Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. We're going to download and install Unreal Engine 4 from GitHub. We're going to build it directly from the engine itself instead of downloading it via the Epic Games Launcher. The reason why we're going to do that is so that we have access to a bunch of other different tools. What I want to know specifically, I want to get access to Unreal Game Sync, which is pretty much like a repository, kind of like an SVN, whatever you want to call it. Just a way for us to handle our different projects and things like that. And I want to try to get it using it with Perforce, which is the actual repository where you have your commits and everything like that. So we're going to try to set all of that up, not in this video, but before we even start making the project. So I already have everything that I need to have installed and things like that. For example, I have the Epic Games Launcher, which if you don't know how to get access to, it's pretty simple. You just go to unrealengine.com maybe? Uh, yeah, you go to Unreal Engine, get started now, and you basically have to register for an online account. Once you have everything registered, you should be able to download it and install the Epic Games Launcher. And then from here, you can have access to the marketplace and to the library where you can go ahead and download the newest version of Unreal. You can basically select whichever one you want to download and you can install it. And from there, open up the editor and build a project. And that's the easiest way to do it, just through this Epic Games launcher. But we're going to do it the cool kids way through GitHub. So make sure you have an account set up with Epic Games. You'll also need a GitHub account. And if you don't have a GitHub account, make it. It's pretty easy. One setup step that you have to do is you have to link your Unreal Engine account to your Epic Games account. I hope I said GitHub. I thought I said LinkedIn, but all right. Nonetheless, get your GitHub account, get your Epic Games account, and you'll need to link them together. And basically, just follow this wiki article. I'm going to link it in the description of the YouTube video for this stream. So just keep an eye out for it. And you just follow the instructions really, and that's that simple, but I'm just going to do it as well. You'll also need to download Visual Studio. So if you don't have Visual Studio, download that as well. I think you should be able to just type in Visual Studio into Google, downloads, and you can get the community version free download, and you can basically download it from there. When you do download it, you should get the installer, the Visual Studio installer, yes. And when you do install it via this installer, there's a couple things you should keep in mind. Hopefully it'll open. There we go. So it should hopefully it'll show us what I have installed. I guess it doesn't. One thing you should make sure you do when you do install Visual Studio, you're gonna get a bunch of options like things that you can additionally install with Visual Studio, and one of them is going to be something along the lines of, let me type in modify and let's see if we get, yeah. So this is what you're going to see. The most important one for your case is game development with C++. Let's see, where is it? Game development with C++, and that has DirectX, Unreal, and everything like that. So just make sure you have that checked. The stuff that I have specifically checked, I have Python development because I want to work with Python a little bit, desktop development with C++, and game development with C++. Those are the ones that I have checked, that I have additionally installed. And just have on the optionals here, you have C++ profiling tools, Windows 10 SDK, IntelliCode, whatever. Unreal Engine installer you can install as well. Android IDE support for Unreal Engine. Yeah, you have a bunch of different options. But essentially, if you are missing something, Unreal Engine will tell you during the installation, at least through the Epic Games launcher. So just keep that in mind. But for now, you'll need to have what? 1, GitHub account, 2, Unreal Engine account, and just make sure you have the installer as well, the launcher, or however you want to call it. And then 3, you want to have Visual Studio, and you can get the community version for free. Once you have all 3 of those set up, you can go into GitHub and be signed in. And according to this wiki, you can find, let's see, so Epic Games / Unreal Engine. Let's just type in Epic Games. Yeah, Epic Games / Unreal Engine. And then from there, you'll need to fork it. And once you have a fork, see, I already have a fork. I think I can remember how to unfork it. Let's just go to me. Does it not want to go? Yeah, okay, so it just brings me to this. I think I can go to edit. Let's just go to my general page. This is a really old photo. Ugh, okay. I forget. Let me look it up. GitHub remove fork, I guess is the best way. Okay. Navigate to settings. Simple enough. Or is it? Settings. Scroll all the way down. What did it say? Scroll to the bottom of the page. What? Oh, okay. My profile. Let's just do Devon Sherry again. Unreal Engine. Settings. Scroll all the way down. It said this is the danger zone. Delete this repository. Unreal Engine, I believe, is the name. I understand the consequences. Type in my password. Hopefully I remember. Cool. Okay. So I don't have that fork anymore, so I can go to Epic Games / Unreal Engine and fork. Okay. So now I basically just did the pull request. So that's everything I just did. So you fork it and you get access to it. You can, I'm doing the release. This gives you the most up-to-date branch, but you could do anything from here. So you can have all these different stagings, you can have master, all these different development branches and older revisions, but I did release, and this is the most up-to-date public released one. And so then, once again, I forked, and then I have this open here. I wonder if I can rename this. I guess it doesn't matter. But now that I have this, I could just do clone or download. And I typically download a zip. And I already did this part. I already downloaded it. And I believe, where did I put it? Under game development, Unreal Engine. I think under Magic, I did it. Let's see if I can find the actual game development, Unreal Engine, Magic. Or did I do it under here? Yes, okay. So I did it under here. So I have a version of the engine that I had built or got from, I think they're both downloaded. But this is the Unreal Engine release. We have the zip, and then we have this. So once we have everything downloaded, it might take a little while, depending on how fast you are with this kind of stuff. But all you need to do, based on that document that I just closed, there we go. We should have a setup.bat. So scroll all the way down. Okay, now there's a generate project files. Okay. So generate project files. It looks like you're missing some files that are required in order to generate projects. Okay. How about setup.bat? Checking dependencies. Okay. See what happens. Do, 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 do. Oh boy. There's a lot. Okay. But that's okay, I suppose. So we guess we gotta wait for this to go through. I wonder if anyone's even watching. Maybe Esteban is, I don't know. Yeah, no one's watching. That's fine. We'll grow our fan base, maybe. I don't know. I hope after we update dependencies and then run project files .bat, we get what we need to do. Sorry for cracking my knuckles for anybody who doesn't like that. But it looks like as soon as we do generate project files, we get the solution file from Visual Studios, and then we just gotta build the engine. And then once it's done, we gotta do the Unreal Engine selector. And then we should be able to get the editor, and we should be able to open it. And then we should be able to create a new project. So let's see if we can get that far. Because if we can get that far relatively quickly, that's a good thing. I guess while we're waiting, let me see how to get Unreal Game Sync. Alright, this is what Unreal Game Sync is. Doesn't tell us much about installing it. This page requires an install build process. Making an install build. You can create install builds using the build graph scripting system. Okay, quick start. The goal, opening a local file. I mean, I know how to do this part, but how do I get access to Unreal Game Sync? Well, I suppose we need to go to reference maybe? MSI install from Unreal Game Launcher. This is typically used to get the launcher on developer machines. We can then update and run the program from Perforce. Configuration, auto update to enable development on different branches. Yeah, I definitely. I don't look forward to doing the MySQL backend stuff. But we're gonna have to. The source code for Unreal Game Sync is under Engine Source Programs, Unreal Game Sync, okay. Alright, this is taking a long time. But that's fine, I guess. I guess, yeah, I really, really, really don't look forward to doing this stuff. This is the kind of stuff I'm really not very good at. But I want to do this game development thing. I wouldn't say right, but I want to do it in a specific way. If I can't set this up correctly, then I guess I'll have to use SVN, which is not a big deal, but still, I don't really want to do that. I'd rather use Perforce. I'd rather use Unreal Game Sync. Just have good version control. I plan on only working with a handful of people, but still, I want to have this set up. And if you don't like it, it's fine. Submitting binaries to Perforce. If you'd like to build your system, submit editor binaries to Perforce for your artists to use. We have an example build graph script. I really don't know much about this stuff. I'm more of a blueprint guy, so that's not going to be fun. I gotta learn somehow, I guess, right? This is taking forever. I don't really know much what to talk about. And there's no one in the chat, so it doesn't even really matter. Okay. Well, just to get, I guess if I have to talk about anything, I guess I can talk about the project that I want to make, like the game I want to make. Not saying this is the exact game that's gonna be made, because I do want to bounce these ideas off with other people, other designers, and things like that. And obviously, designs change over time. But the idea I have in my head, I know for sure I want to use the gameplay ability system. It's a very good system. I use it a lot. It's been used in like Paragon, and we have some examples of the like action RPG from Epic. But it's a really good system. It's really good as well for multiplayer. It has pretty much replication stuff built in. But the game I want to make, I don't want it to be multiplayer. That's the first thing. I do not want to have to deal with replication. I do not want to have to deal with networking. I do not want to have to deal with those kinds of gameplay testing sessions and things like that. And like servers, server browsing, that's just a whole mess of stuff that I really don't want to get into. So it's definitely going to be, no matter what, strictly a single player experience. And again, using the gameplay ability system in my head, I want it to be in the fantasy genre. I want to look at games such as Inside. I believe that's what it's called. Let's look. I don't want to watch YouTube videos. Let's see. Inside game. Yeah. So those who don't know, I guess I can't full screen that, but some of you guys will know what I'm talking about. This game Inside. Uh, it's the same guys who did Limbo. I forget the name of the developers. Yeah, they also did Limbo. It's a good game development studio. Both Inside and Limbo are pretty good. Basically, what I want to take from the design of Limbo and also from Journey game. This is by That Game Company. Also a very good game. I very much enjoyed. Very simplistic in the design. Both games are pretty simple in their game mechanics and game design. Pretty much where they thrive is art style, consistency in their world building, things like that. So that's the kind of game I want to make. Obviously, we're using with the gameplay ability system. I do want to have, skills. I guess another a good reference is Ori and the. Is that how you spell it? Ori and the Blind Forest. Oh, there's no E. But yeah, this is also a very good game. I believe this one was made in Unity. But it's also a very good game. I want to reference it for, skill trees, possibly the different abilities that the player will have. I wonder, Inside Game, what game engine was this made in? Was it Unreal? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, it was made in Unity. Okay, so Ori and the Blind Forest and Inside were both in Unity, which is a game engine I haven't personally used Well, I've used it in college. But that was like 6 or 7 years ago, so I don't really use it anymore. Uh, it's still a valuable game engine. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer Unreal Engine, and there's other game engines as well, like Godot. You got. I wouldn't really recommend CryEngine that much, but you also have a Game Maker, RPG Maker, obviously Unity, like I said. I think there's one from Amazon called Lumberyard. I don't know if it's out yet. Uh, it might be. Get Lumberyard. Okay. I haven't used it, so I don't know if it's any good. Might be an interesting thing to look at. But I'm kind of going off track. This thing is really taking its time, and I don't know. Now it doesn't seem like it's doing anything, which is fine, I guess. So, what else is there to talk about? I don't know. Why? What's wrong with my dependencies? Okay. What else is there to talk about? Uh, I guess I could talk a little bit about the Epic Games Mega Grant. I believe they're gonna have an announcement soon about the Mega Grant and uh, everything that's happened so far, and all the recipients, and what the planned projects are. I guess it's still going on. I forget how much money they're giving out, but it's a lot of money, like a couple million or something. So if you have something you want to try, you know, that's what I did with my application. I just submitted for um, my YouTube channel, the Life of Jevons, the Devon Level Design channel, and I requested $10,000. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but whatever. I got the funding, and I used the funding for my PC that I have right now. Um, and I'm going to continue to use the money for things related to the YouTube channel and for the game project. So if there's any like outsourcing that I need to do, like pay anybody, any artists or any musicians or any 3D artists, whatever, I would use the money from my own pocket or from that grant to help build the game. Obviously, the Epic Games Launcher also has a marketplace. I'll probably use the money to buy assets, depending on our needs and things like that. I think it's gonna be a while before we have a need for assets. I would like to think it might be a little while. Um, just because I first want to install Unreal correctly, obviously, for one. Set up Unreal GameSync. I want to set up Perforce if I can. There's also Jenkins that I also want to try to set up. I want to be able to set up automated builds. I want to be able to set up all this backend like that, like for Perforce or Unreal GameSync or both. You gotta have the MySQL or MySQL in the background. I want to be able to manage that. I want to. Oh, excuse me. There's just a bunch of stuff that we have to do to set up this project in a good professional way before we can even touch blueprints or C++ or anything like that. So we got a while. And I guess for personal news, if anyone does care. I've been living in Poland now since April, so about 6 months, almost 7 months. I got a job here. I'm not gonna really say which company I work for. I'm sure you can find out if you really want to. I do want to say though, I don't know if it's like for legal purposes or for what, but my opinions are my own. Uh, this is not related to that company at all. This is just me, my own free time, trying to make something cool. But yeah, I've been in Poland for about 7 months. I don't really know much of the language. I know how to say hello. I know how to say goodbye. I know how to say good morning. I know how to say good night. I know how to say bon appetit, but in Polish. Uh, they also have the word kurwa, which is basically fuck. Polish people just yell that out all the time, and it's pretty hilarious. What else do I know in Polish? I don't really know much. I know more Serbian, but there's too much different languages in my head now, and I'm not very good at any of them. I guess I'm only good at English, and that's barely the case. Um, this is getting upsetting. Like, why is this taking so long? I have internet, right? Yeah. Like, is streaming taking up all my bandwidth, and this is just messing it up, or failed to download? The fully qualified name must be less. The directory name must be less than 240. Path too long? What? Okay. Okay. Let's try to generate bat. Setting up Unreal Engine 4 project files. Let's just see what happens. Because at this point, I don't know. What does it say? Does it say anything? No. Really taking its time. Okay. Not cool. I'll be very upset if I can't even download and install the engine this way. I've done it in the past, but maybe I just suck nowadays. Who knows? It's a learning experience, I suppose. Because I wanted to make a tutorial about this as well, a more formatted tutorial than this. So hopefully things will go smoothly and I'll know how to better educate on how to do this. This is not doing anything. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna just exit. Let's try again. No. Let's try setup again. Checking dependencies. This is no good. Yeah, setup.bat. Run this file. It'll automatically download all the additional required files, able to build the engine depending on internet connection. This could take, a few minutes. Okay, I cleaned down all the engine binaries. It's currently around 2.5. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So we're doing the right thing, but it's just not doing anything. Ugh. Okay, you know what? Let's delete it and let's get it again. Download zip. Oh, cool. Program files. Epic Games. No, let's just make our own. Unreal Engine. Boom. Now that's going to take forever, I'm sure. But let's just let it do its thing. Let's just do this correctly. We've already been streaming for like a half hour and we've accomplished pretty much nothing. But hey, that's showbiz, baby. What can you do? Let's see. We said it was like what, 2 point something gigs? But that was in 4.6. So this is probably like a huge thing. Oh, we already got it. Cool. Okay, local disk, Unreal Engine. Okay, let's extract. Now this might take a little bit, I don't know. We're still deleting the old one. There's a lot of items in that one, what the hell? I guess I can also, while we're here, I can kind of show you my computer, what we're running. So, obviously we have Windows 10 Pro, 64-bit. I have a very hot crap, that's not good. Very hot CPU. I'm sure that's a really not a good thing. But it's a AMD Ryzen. I got 64 gigs of RAM. I got a ASRock X399 Taichi motherboard. I have a GTX 2070. I have, what is it? I have about a 2 terabyte hard drive and a terabyte SSD. I have a Creative Audigy audio processor. I don't have really any optical drives. Network stuff, who cares? Peripherals, I got a keyboard and mouse, I got a camera, I got all this stuff onto it. But yeah, average temperatures, this is not a good thing, but yeah, 24 cores, 48 threads, fan speeds going, average temperature, it's doing its thing. So I should look up how hot a CPU should get. Temperature of CPU. Well, that's not good. Average is like 80. So over 100 is dangerous. So that's not good. I wonder why. I got a cooler in there. I got fans. Oh well. Right, does my computer know that I'm looking at the CPU and it's gonna die? Guess not. How are things going on this PC? Okay. So CPUs, 19%. Yeah, it's not really using that much. Do you not want to recycle this? Want to have YouTube. Why is this not deleting it? Don't cancel. Ah. Let's see. Yeah, this computer's going over. Oh, well, it's gone. Okay, so it's deleted. I'm happy about that. It's doing a lot of extracting. Don't want to be on YouTube. Let me exit out the launcher. This is the longest part of the process. Downloading it doesn't take that long at all. It's just extracting it that takes forever. I wish I knew it was going to take this long. I really don't know what else to say and talk about, especially if there's like no one in the chat. I guess if you haven't, whoops. If you haven't joined the Devon Sherry Discord, or I call it indie game development, but if you haven't joined this Discord server, feel free to join. We have a bunch of different chat rooms regarding different aspects of game development, so feel free to join, post, share. You'll be able to keep up on announcements like when I'm live streaming, stuff like that. So I'd say it's worth it. I don't know. We'll see how things grow. Okay, did I accidentally open up Visual Studio? Yeah, I did. I don't want to open up Visual Studio. Okay, we're almost 75. All right. Oh, wait, it has a timer here. Okay. Didn't even realize. That's how good my eyesight is. Yep, okay. What is this? Okay, I don't need that. How do I exit out of that? Whatever. It'll go away on its own, I suppose. Okay, what's in here? Oh, this is what I deleted. Okay. Empty it. Get a GTFO. Is this what took an hour before? Trying to empty the recycling bin. Okay, we got less than a minute now, so that's good. Yeah. Pretty sure if my CPU wasn't burning hot for whatever reason, this thing would be going much faster. Don't fail now. You're at 93%. Don't do that to me. Thank you. Okay, we're done. Okay. Now we have that downloaded. We have a local. No. Local C, Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine release. So now setup.bat. try this again. Downloading dependencies. Going nice and slow. Mm-hmm. 1%. It got to like 39% before it was messing up. Should really check in on this CPU fan. Oops. I do have fans and they're going. Ow. That's what you get for poking around stuff. You get hit. Okay, so my connection is now 0. Come on. How many dependencies are there? Guess a lot. I'm not a doctor or anything. Why does it always drop down to 0 again? Like it drops down low and then goes back up and then drops back low. Who knows? At least it's going, but I don't want to jinx it. I guess some of the dependency files it's downloading are bigger than others, obviously. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, 15%. I hope this is better be like the hardest part. Like as soon as it gets to the dependencies, I should be able to generate project files, right? Yeah, and then I get the solution, and then I open it up in Visual Studio. I build. I pick the Unreal Engine version selector. Then I should get the editor, and I should be able to open it. That's the dream right there. Getting to the project screen and being able to choose what kind of project you want to make. And I'm thinking we want to do, because I want a third-person game. And you can always add first-person elements to it. I guess you could do either way. You could choose first-person in a template and then make a third-person game from it, or make a third-person template and make a first-person game from it. But I'm gonna go third-person with C++ and go from there. And just so everyone knows, my C++ is not the best. And that's being modest. So this is again another learning experience. Learn C++ in the context of Unreal and try to make a functional game, really. This thing is really chugging to delete that. Yeah, I swear to God, Lego, if it messes up at the same point like it did last time, you boys gonna be upset. I'll have to figure out what's going on because like it's the too long of a name path was what was wrong last time, and I'd have to Google how to fix that, and I don't want to have to stay up all night trying to figure this out. But you know, that's life sometimes. 26%. This is 53%. We got two different types of percents going on right now. That's great. I'll need to customize Visual Studio. I think I saw a wiki on this. Epic Wiki Visual Studio. I don't know. Studio snippets. I don't know. Well, that's nice, actually. First of all, you have to clone the GitHub repository. Then you have two choices. Method 1, paste .snippet files into, then restart Visual Studio. Method 2, open up Visual Studio, navigate the tools, code snippets manager, import, slots, and add easier management. Epic Games seems to have started initial integration with branch 4.6 and above. Okay, and follow the README file. Okay, let me just save this. This could be useful. So I guess it just gives you the base stuff. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. Unreal Engine, Visual Studio. Let's just see what comes up with that. Yeah, setting up Visual Studio for Unreal Engine. Maybe this is something we would want to look at. Okay, 31%. What is there? So for engine version, whatever. Prerequisite installer options. This is what I was talking about earlier. You'll want to have that. Okay. Well, okay. Let me bookmark that. This will be something I will leave in the description as well. Recommended settings. We got customize. Okay. We got a good amount of stuff here. I should do all of these. Visual X would be nice. There's also the Unreal VS extension does not work with the Visual Studio Express. Okay, whatever. Maybe maybe we can look into the Unreal Visual Studio extension. How are we doing? We're on 34. If we get above 39%, then we're good. And that's going to be a good feeling. Sorry again for my knuckle cracking. I'm hitting the microphone. That's my bad. But there's some... What else is there to talk about? Besides the PC, I also have a PS4, and I also bought a Nintendo Switch. I finally have the ability to play games again. I haven't been able to play games. Besides my projects that I'm working on, I haven't been able to play games in a while. Right now I'm playing Uncharted 4, and I'm playing Super Mario Odyssey. And I did download Prey on PC. So that's good. So, I haven't started. I played it before, and I got I don't know, 2% into the game, and then I stopped playing it. And we're above 39%. Whoosh. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if this keeps going now. So, I just don't. Well, I can't really blame anybody but myself. But for how long this is taking, it's either my internet connection or something. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm not pretty sure. I'm 100% sure when I do this tutorial, the actual tutorial, I'll show the dependencies part, but I'm not going to show the whole thing. I'm going to skip to the end and go from there. But you guys, whoever's watching this video, get to see this happen in real time, so I'm sure you're happy about that. And obviously these streams are for, I guess, more for me and for documenting my experience trying to make a game from scratch with Unreal Engine. So, That's how it goes. We're gonna go through all the pain together. But I'm pretty sure after this video is done, I'm gonna turn this computer off, let it calm down, and maybe play some Super Mario Odyssey or something. And then I'm gonna start planning the tutorial. The tutorial's gonna be pretty easy. It's literally like the one thing I'm kind of upset about with this tutorial that I know it's gonna be kind of weird is that like I already set up like my Epic Games account, my Visual Studio account. I already linked my GitHub account with my Epic Games account. I got access to the organization on GitHub, so I was easily able to get to that point in GitHub where you can just fork and then download that version of the engine. So there's a lot in that tutorial that I'm gonna have to skip or at least briefly cover. But besides that, I'm also going to show you how to install the engine via the Epic Games Launcher, which is like 1,000 times easier. Let's see, it's stuck on 0. Don't tell me I get to 46 and then there's a problem. That's not cool. I don't want to have to deal with starting this over again. Let's see. Like I'm gonna hit enter and then it's gonna give me like a long path name file problem. I bet. I bet. Well, I guess in general everything's kind of like getting fucked up right now. Even Google Chrome's not responding. Am I doing too much? Yeah, maybe I'm doing too much. No. How am I still recording? How am I still recording? There we go. Hey. Okay, it's still down. Thank God. Oh. But yeah, I definitely want to tell this CPU to be quiet. Because I'm pretty sure I installed the cooling system correctly, but if it's getting like 120 fucking sorry my language, 120 degrees Celsius, that's way too hot. Are we at we're almost at 50. I can't even analyze my CPU. It's just like, yo, what are you doing? Maybe it's also a problem with me trying to empty my recycling bin of like 200,000 items. And now I can tell, yeah. Yeah, my computer's just like dying, I think. Surprised the mouse still works. I'd be surprised if this is actually streaming right now. Because, yeah, I can literally not press anything. Well, I can. But, yeah, my computer's just like, no. Crap. I don't know why I'm attempting to open up Task Manager. I really don't want to walk away from this computer either and let it do its thing. I kind of want to sit here and see what's happening. Okay. Okay, Okay, task manager's up. CPU, 21%. Okay, we're at 50%. And I feel like maybe once this thing's done deleting all this crap from the recycling bin, it's gonna behave much better. At least that's what I hope. So we're at exactly 50% now. But I think it's also misbehaving again, because I don't see the whatever the MIB per second is. So we'll see. I'm not going to question it. I just want this recycling thing to be done. But yeah, please don't get to 50% and be like, okay, it messed up. That's like, why would you do that to me? 97. More details. Like, it's literally, that's 2 gigs remaining. That's 250 items per second. I get kind of confused on what my computer noise is making or what's my washing machine. I was like, that doesn't sound good, but it's the washing machine. Whoa, we're almost done. Boom. Clean the recycling bin. Thank you. But now this thing's stuck at 50%. And I really don't want to press enter, because I feel like if I press enter, it's gonna break. But maybe it's broken anyway. I'm gonna just press it. Oh, I pressed it. What? that was like the opposite what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, that's good. Okay, 63%. I'm sure you guys can read that. I don't know. You know what I kind of miss? Like, back in like the times of like, well, obviously, like, I think ever since like PS3 days or something, they stopped giving like interesting game manuals that come with the game case and everything. Like, I remember, like, specifically what comes to my mind is like Halo, and they used to have those like big booklets like showing like the history and like all the different species and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. Now they don't really do that, or if they do, you know, it's like downloadable content or something, and it's kind of a mess that way. I wish they would do that again. One thing I want to do in this game that we're gonna make, if things go smoothly, is like a good reference point, like in Ratchet and Clank, you have like all these like in-game like secrets, and you have all these like in-game. Or is there some games that you unlock? Well, they also I think they have it in Uncharted 4 as well. Like you can unlock concept art, you can unlock all these extra bonuses, like featurettes, all like videos and stuff like that. I definitely want to do something like that. Maybe have collectibles in the game, and if you collect a certain amount, you unlock concept art, or you can find treasures, or you find these things in the environment that if you do, you unlock something. I want to do stuff like that. I feel like that makes games more enjoyable, at least for me. I don't know about you guys, but those are the kind of things I like. I definitely don't want to do any. Well, I don't even think I can set it up, let alone do it. But I don't want to have any kind of like microtransactions or in-game transactions, or like I don't even like. I guess if this game project does to get to the point where it needs to, well, it doesn't need to, but if it can be sold, then I don't know. I'd have to think about how much I would want to sell it for, but like I would say like I don't know. Depending on how well the whole game development process goes will more dictate that. I don't even know why I'm even thinking about that kind of stuff right now. It's not very important, let alone relevant. If I had to choose a platform, like obviously it's gonna be on PC. I don't know how to. Since I do have a PlayStation 4 controller, I can at least get gamepad working, but I don't really have a PlayStation 4 dev kit, so I can't really see what's going to go on there. So I guess we gotta just make it on PC, optimize it for PC as best as we can, and kind of go from there. And what I'd like to do once the game is actually in development is um, like make it available to download like as soon as possible, either through Steam or like early access, or just through GitHub. Make it available to play for free for as long as possible. That's the first goal, really, is just get support in that way, and then see what happens. I don't want to say if it's going to be a success or not. I don't know. Just because I work like 8 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. Then I like to try to exercise after work. I have to cook food for myself. I don't want to. I gotta stick on a regular kind of diet so I don't get huge. And then by the end of the day, I'm kind of tired, so I can only really dedicate an hour, hour and a half, maybe, for tutorials or for these streams, things like that. So we'll see. It also depends on how many people we get involved who are actual game devs as well. Alright, I'm gonna press enter, and we're gonna just face the consequences. Oh, thank God, it's at 81%. Okay. And that kind of going back to the other kind of topic, that's kind of why I have this Discord server. I want to get people involved as much as we can. I know my buddy Estevan, he wants to get involved as much as he can. He also works a full-time job. We're also in different time zones. He's in Arizona. I'm in Poland. So that difference is, I don't know how much that difference is. I think it's like 9 hours. So like right now it's like 2 p.m. for him, but it's like end of the night. So it's kind of gonna be hard to like figure out times where we can make time to discuss things together, plan things together, in general work together. But I think we'll figure it out. I have some other friends in Serbia, which is the same time zone as me, that might be able to help here or there depending on the project's needs. But you know, we'll see if there's any other people that we discover on this channel, on this Discord or the YouTube channel that want to participate. It's gonna be a tough thing because there's not much money to pay people with, and people will be working on their own time. And, you know, I can't really demand that much if people are working on their own time. It would be a different story if I could pay people, but that ain't the story, so. Okay, it's stuck at 0 again, so I'm sure. Oh! Got him! I really thought this would go much faster than it's going, so. Like, the stream's already been on for like an hour. And I have gotten accomplished nothing. But we have 15% more to go. Then we just gotta do generate project files. Then we gotta build the project. Then we got to do the Unreal Selector thing. Then build the project. No, then create the project. And then if we can get the editor up and running and I can play the third-person template, then we're calling this a success. And I think we can do it. You know, it's not, in theory, it's not that hard, but, you know, theory schmeary, I suppose. But we're almost at the 10% left mark. Forward drop. Oh. There's a place in France. No. I don't think Google Chrome is happy right now. There we go. It's just updating these dependencies is probably, I don't know what it's doing to this computer, but it's doing something. I also forgot to water my plants today outside. I should, hopefully it'll rain. I gotta wake up early tomorrow too. Oh, let me set my alarm. What do we gotta do? We gotta go 7:15 in the morning. If I wanted to get 8 hours of sleep, I would need to be going to bed soon, but that's not gonna happen. I'll probably go to bed around like 1 o'clock or something. But, oh, we're so close. We got like 500 megabytes or whatever MIB is. Men in Black, maybe that's what that stands for. Okay, 0 people watching, and that's okay. Beggars can't be choosers. You gotta start somewhere. Am I right? Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll upload the video to YouTube. And then maybe, yeah, I'll probably also do the tutorial. But maybe I won't edit it. Maybe I'll edit it on Wednesday. We'll see. And we're stuck. Enter? Every time I hit the enter key, I get so scared. I keep thinking that error is going to pop up. But we're at 5% left. We're almost done. Yes. I mean, once we get past 50,000 objects, we should be good. There's also a lot of stuff with Unreal Engine that I don't know a lot about, like this kind of stuff, like a lot of the back-end stuff I have like 0 clue about, and that's something I definitely want to get better at. Whether or not, like, well, because like my job is like technical designer, I work with blueprints mostly, so it's not really necessary for me to know this kind of stuff, but I want to know. Okay, We're so close, but so far. Yeah, what other games do I have? When I bought the PlayStation, I got 3 games with it. It came with Uncharted 4, it came with The Last of Us, and it came with Horizon Zero Dawn. So it came with a good amount of games, good games too. With the Switch, I only got Mario Odyssey, but I definitely want to buy Breath of the Wild, maybe even Mario Kart. I don't know what else. Is there anything else good with Switch? I don't know. Like I kind of wanted to buy it because of the Virtual Console stuff, but I have to get a subscription, which is okay, I guess. Okay, how are we almost done downloading everything, but the number of objects is like not even close. There's still like 1,000, unless these objects are so small. Like we literally have 50 megabytes left or whatever. 30. Oh man, we're so close. I didn't think we were gonna get here. Okay, we're pretty much done. Are you kidding me? Ah! Mm. Oh, God. No! Okay. Need for download dependencies. Dependencies? Path too long. Does anyone get path too long exception warning? Accept that for the source build? Yes. That's so upsetting. Can I still generate project files? Because I got like 99% of it. That's so upsetting. We got to 99%. And then it's like, no. Mm. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Move. Okay. We moved it directly to the local C. Now we're going to call this Unreal Engine. Setup.bat. Ah! Why? I thought we had it this time. Okay, but like we literally, it's literally like in the C drive, so it can't really complain anymore. Now it's gonna take like an hour to check dependencies, I bet. Okay. Maybe you'll just need to check all of them and then just download the last one. Like the last 10%. I don't know. Or do I literally have to download it again and unzip it again and where it takes forever? I don't know. I'll let it do its thing for like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Ugh, this is upsetting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Like, if checking the dependencies for like 10 more minutes doesn't work or do anything, then I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do another live stream and just try to do this correctly again. This is very, very heartbreaking. But maybe, second time's the charm, I guess, with these live streams. Who knows? It's really checking on those dependencies. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Hold up. It actually did something. That's another surprise. Hopefully. Oh, enter? No. Nope. Oh, just in general, is this thing not doing anything? Okay. Oh, this is killing me. I swear to God, this guy, like, honestly, I do. If I get another like long path name exception problem, I don't know how to solve it. I'm literally in the C drive and Unreal Engine. Why is it downloading at such slow speed? Oh, oh, we did it. But now it's installing prerequisites. Oh my God. I feel like I have the prerequisites. What, right? Okay, at least we got the dependencies. Thank God. Oh, something's happening. Yes. Installing prerequisites. I guess that's gonna do its thing for a little while. I don't know how long, though. I'd like to be done with this by midnight. If you wouldn't mind, computer, that's cool. Ow. I feel like I could watch like the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy before this is done. That's hyperbole, of course, but sometimes you gotta be hyperboliciousness. I don't know. Really taking its time. Okay. I wish it would give us like, a percentage. of what it's doing. But you know, whatever. Is this time right? No. This is the one thing I don't like about watches, I just realized. I always have to like set it. Like it's always messing up. Maybe I just don't know how to like use a watch. That looks right. No, it doesn't. Let's just put it on 20. Boom. Watch is correct. Ugh. How much longer is it going to be installing prerequisites? I guess forever. Did it say that I would have to install prerequisites? Yeah, we still need to do a few things. Oh, yeah. Like, am I missing something? Is there like, no. Installing prerequisites. Ah. Okay. Let me just see. How long did it take for how long to install prerequisites for UE4? Did I spell? Ooh, I did. Prerequisites aren't installing. Well, that kind of looks like what's happening for us. Hi, I'm trying to install game. I have tried. Okay. No. Is this the documentation that we were just in? No. Where's the prerequisite topics? No, that's not what we want. Oh, now Google Chrome was like not responding. Guess it's really just doing its thing, huh? Oh! What did I do? Did it finish? Okay. Let's do. All right. Let's just set it. Let's just try. Because I don't know if I accidentally clicked X on that. I don't think I did. But you know, I'm also kind of stupid. Binding intelligence data. Okay, which is doing something. Oh, writing project files. Oh, ooh, yeah. There we go. But according to this, okay, we don't need this SWA. We just need that. Ooh, yeah. SWA. Okay. Loading project. Honestly, that took forever. I should make that as a detailed note to make sure you don't make too long of a path, or else you're going to do that forever. But we did it. We got past that part. Now we're opening a Visual Studio. Boom. Now we should just need to right click on and build, right? Yeah. Build. making a make file. Okay, they all make sense. When this is done, what do we have to do? We gotta find patience, grasshopper, we're almost there. Go back to your Windows Explorer, repository, navigate to engine, binaries, Windows 64, scroll all the way down, Unreal version selected, double click this file to run it. This file registered you for Windows. Now the one you've been waiting for. Yes, we can open it. Okay. Okay, hopefully this doesn't take forever. But you know, it might. I'm just excited we got to this point. I'm just happy to be here, you know. Okay. Creating libraries. Do they have Unreal Game Sync on here? Unreal Front End. Unreal Watchdog. Oh, I right-clicked on something. No. Maybe it's Unreal Front End. That's what it is. I don't know. Okay. Unreal Header Tool. Ooh, we're close. Ooh, nice. Okay. Total time in parallel, a minute and a half. It's not ready, is it? It says ready at the bottom, but I don't know if that means this too. What does it say? Depending on your computer, this may take a while. Guessing this is not the end. Running Unreal Header 4. So it's running something, so yeah, we don't know. But we should be able to go to Unreal Engine binaries 164, and this is that. But I feel like this is still doing something, right? Right click. Yeah, it's still going. Can't build it anymore. But yeah, okay. Wonder how long this part's gonna take. Let's see. I don't know what it's doing. I know it's not done. Yeah. I wish it would give me some sort of indication of what it's doing. But alas, it's not. That's a shame. Like, it's animating over here. What's this doing? Notification. Okay, I think I just broke it. An update to live share. Dismiss. Add to source control? I feel like that's something we're gonna have to do. Let's get. I'm pressing too much stuff right now. Like, I'm very nervous. I don't know what to do. It says ready, but I know I don't trust that. Like, I feel like if it was done, okay, you know what? Let's go for it. Okay. Yeah, it's not done. If it were done, we would have a lot more. Yeah. Okay. Reflection code generated. Yeah, we're not done. It's gonna take a long time. I got too cocky. That's usually how my life goes. I get real cocky and I do something and I end up maybe messing it up. But I guess it should be pretty clear when it's done. This is definitely not done, right? No. No, it's still gonna do stuff for a long time, I assume. So we're gonna be here doing nothing for a little bit, which sucks, but okay. What's 220 seconds? That's what, 4 minutes? A little less? Reflection code. That ready at the bottom is so misleading. I don't like looking at it. Excuse me. I wonder what it's doing. But they did say it would take a while, so I just wish the other parts didn't take forever. That would have been nice. Oh, we got somebody watching. Oh, we got Notice Me Senpai. Okay. It's Esteban. Okay. Hi, Esteban. Yeah, it's taking forever. I don't know if you're still watching, but yeah, it's taking a long time. Okay, yes, he's still watching. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like I don't know. Visual Studio takes forever, and it's building. Uh, okay, it's doing it did something, but now it's doing some more stuff. Oh, you know what I know what it's doing? I can't really say what it's doing, but well, when you have Unreal Game Sync and you build, it takes a long time to do a bunch of builds and to compile and do all these different works. Like, look at this, 3,000. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Okay, I've seen stuff like this before. I'm not going crazy. Yeah, this is a really bad experience, Esteban. This is going not very good. So, but when I make a tutorial for it, we're all good. Uh, but it's not that hard. You have this one document that it's it's pretty easy. I'll drop it into the chat. Uh, where am I? It's Twitch. Like, if you just follow that, it's pretty easy. You just gotta not be as stupid as me when you're doing it. Like, you literally just have your Unreal Engine account, like your Epic Games Launcher account, then you make a GitHub account, and then you basically link the two. You get permission to access the build. You fork it, and then you download the zip. Yes, stream it and fail. You haven't you haven't worked on anything if you haven't failed miserably doing it. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, and yeah, since I guess you can watch it later on, Esteban, but the reason why I want to make the engine from scratch is so we have access to Unreal Game Sync. I don't know if you recognize what that tool is, but it's a pretty useful tool, and I want to use it for when we're working on this project in conjunction with Perforce, if possible. If I can figure that out, there's a lot to it. But in order to gain access to Unreal Game Sync, you have to you gotta build the engine from scratch through GitHub to get access to that tool, and then I gotta link up something with my SQL, get a server and stuff like that, figure out where the hell how that works, and then link that up to Perforce, and then link that up to Unreal Game Sync, and then maybe look at Jenkins. Yeah, I've got I have experience with it, but not personal experience. Uh, Past projects have been using Unreal Game Sync, but I never set it up. I have no idea. So if all else fails, like if I can't get it to work, then we can use like SVN or something. But I'd like to use Unreal Game Sync. It's cool. It's an interesting tool. You can have different streams. So within the same project, you can have different streams that you can copy up from. So you and me could be working on different streams, and then you can use Unreal Game Sync to merge those streams, and basically both of our work get combined together in a more safe way or a more controllable way. And that's good for when we want to introduce code changes, or if we need to do different levels, if we need to do different stuff like that. So Unreal Game Sync does that for us pretty much. I just don't know how to set that up. Yeah, I hope we are pros after this for real. Um, oh my god, 167 out of 3,261. Okay, great. Uh, ugh. But after we can build this from scratch, once I'm able to open up the editor, that's gonna be the end of the stream. So I don't know how long that's gonna be, like another like half hour. It really just depends on how long all this crap takes, because there's 3,000 things to do. But whatever. Yeah, one of these days, Esteban, you and me, we need to have like a just like a some sort of talk about what we want to make, what kind of game we want to make, get a base design going. Maybe we can use Discord. I don't know if you want to have a video chat or voice chat or something, but uh, we'll need to start making some design decisions and start maybe working on some prototypes. Uh, just I don't know. In my head, I was saying it earlier in the stream, but no one was really listening then. But like, I want to use. I don't know if you're familiar with the gameplay ability system, but it's a ridiculously good plugin. Um, if this is the end in fire, oh man, are you really quoting The Hobbit? Okay, but yeah, the gameplay ability system's really good. It's a really good plugin. It's useful for like replication, networking, and stuff because it's built in. But the game I want to make is not going to be multiplayer. I don't want to deal with the multiplayer, any networking. I don't have to deal with servers, extra performance due to networking and stuff like that. Though the ability system does help a lot with that. But I want to use the gameplay ability system because um, I don't know. It's just really good for having as abilities. So I want to have a game where you have certain abilities. What those abilities are, I don't know. But the gameplay ability system lets you use gameplay tags, uh, and gameplay tags lets you easily control, what what you can and cannot do and stuff like that. Oh, okay. I see Francia saying "Yo, Getsy," so thanks for that. But yeah, the delay is pretty bad, but whatever. uh, but just in general, gameplay ability system plugin, we're gonna be using that, and it's something good that you should learn. Um, and they have some videos on it from Epic, but you know, it's something I can also help you learn if you need to learn. Ugh, this build is taking forever. But now, hey, well, at least we're getting some files in here. So, yeah, I don't know what else there is to talk about just yet. But we just got our content browser file structure. We gotta figure out permissions for certain things. I know who can and cannot submit using Perforce and Unreal Game Sync. I don't know how to do it, but I know it's possible to prohibit people from submitting if something were to go wrong. So there's a lot of interesting control that you have that I want to learn. So we'll see. it's I bet you buddy in Digital Arrow misses my voice, screaming, upset. But you know, if it makes you feel any better, I'm in a better place. I'm happier, at least on the game development side and work job stuff. And now I'm Mr. Worldwide. I went from Long Island to Arizona to Serbia to Poland. Who knows where I'm going next? I'm like Viva La Bam. But yeah, okay. We're not even 10% through this. I would have thought with like a computer with a CPU like this would not take that long. Maybe, I don't know if like streaming is messing it up or whatever, but I'll just have to deal with it. It'd be nice if like this all went by really quick. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna just check on something. Okay, I'm back. And now we're on 222 out of 3,261. Oh boy. So exciting. Yeah, source code. Mm. At least those go by fast. Mm. Thanks. Yeah, one thing there's one idea that has been floating around my head is doing some like I guess game development like interviews. Uh, so basically talk to the people that I've worked with in the past about game development. So that would include both of you at some point, Esteban and you, Robert. Would like to talk to a lot of everybody that I've worked with, and kind of just have like an hour-long conversation about game development and games, and maybe just chat about other stuff. But that's just another idea for content, I suppose. But we'll see how that kind of stuff goes. Let's see. Like this better like go from like 0 to 100 real quick, or I'm just gonna be killing myself at some point. $249. 250. Nice. That means we're 1 out of 32. 250 times 4 is 1,000 times 3 is 12. No, I guess we're like 1/13 of the way there. I feel like the stream is so boring. Yeah, the Udemy course is pretty good. If I can recommend anything, it's for free at least. You can watch this and this. Then I guess this. If you watch those and get the plugin yourself and play around with it, you don't need to pay for the Udemy course. I just started it. And right now he's just doing the basic character setup and everything like that. He hasn't actually done anything with the gameplay ability system. But it should be good. The current, I can't really say anything else. But yeah, check that out. Check out those videos. Download the Action RPG project. Play around with it. It's pretty good. Like it's not that hard to understand. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot that's gonna have to go on through this project, and there's gonna be a lot of learning, which is good, obviously. But it's gonna be a while. And we'll see how far it goes. Bye. Ugh. I don't know if I can stream for like another hour. I'm getting so sleepy. I was really hoping the Red Ripper would, you know, do work, but I was wrong. So we'll see. I'm also going to be playing, while this is doing its thing, I'm going to be playing the Switch. Super Mario Odyssey. Oh my god. I keep dying at the same part though. Okay, now it's at 266. I keep dying at the same, like literally just dying at the same part. This is very upsetting. I'm losing so much coinage. Oh my god, and I dove right over it. Wait, can I just, maybe it's easier if I go around the other way. Let's see. I also wish I had like a better, like, I don't know, like analytical mind for game mechanics and stuff like that. I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Okay. I still died. Okay. Well, you know, also I also want to learn. I want to learn to like update to like the latest version of Unreal. Like, how do you correct any problems you get? So like we're on 423. So like if 424 comes out, like how do we get the latest version and get it correctly? That's something else I want to know. Oh, fucking finally. Boom. Now we're at 300. Okay. Okay. Yay, I got the star. Or the moon. Okay. Oh, and I died. I don't want to go to bed. I want to see this through. I'm not ending this live stream until it's done. I am going to be tired, though, tomorrow. But it's a small price to pay for salvation. Am I right, Thanos? Boom. Okay. I made it out. I think I died like 20 times in that one section. But I gotta get out of this map. I'm in the desert. No, don't fall in that. Like I wouldn't mind even make. I would like to make maybe even a game. It's like something similar to like Super Mario. It's like 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, Odyssey, like Banjo-Kazooie or something like that. I don't know. Like maybe go back to basics. Try to make something interesting that way. I'm not sure, but I mean that'd be kind of cool. And you know, platformers are not that difficult, but you know, the fun part is coming up with interesting mechanics to assist in the platforming. So obviously with Mario Odyssey, you got that hat throwing mechanic. So that was always cool. But we'll see. The world is my oyster. What is this? Bird. Oh, you can move cactuses. Okay, what the hell? And I got a moon. Okay. Can you move all the cactuses? Or was that just like a really unique cactus? Hmm. Must be weird to be like listening to me talk and you don't know what I'm looking at. But there's not much really to talk about while this is going. We're like 10% there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Guess we should. Now let's just see what's on this side of the map. Hmm. 350. What is this part? Nope. I'm so excited. I can't wait for this editor to actually be open. It's doing something. Like if it can get to like 1,000 before midnight, I'll be, or not midnight. Oh yeah, it's fun. You are working on a bunch of platformers. Uh, yeah, like when you do stream or when you do make any kind of videos or anything, you can feel free to plug that stuff on the Discord. That's why I made that stuff on Lopez channel. Basically, anyone who has a YouTube channel that's going to be working with us can get their own Discord channel in that server and promote whatever they want to promote, you know? So we'll see. I'm hoping a lot of people join. I'm hoping we get a lot of different developers. I'm, you know, I'm hoping I know enough people who give a crap, who are interested, and try to make something cool. Yeah, Mario Odyssey is pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm assuming the delay on this stream is like a minute, but I can't help it. And we're just waiting for this to compile, so there's not much to do. Oh, is this just going to be a bridge? Yes, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, Odyssey's really cool, though. I like it so far. You get to possess a dinosaur. What's not to like? You got nothing to say. Okay. Okay, get on this pole. Okay. Oh, there's actual stuff in this thing? Okay. Hmm. It's gonna be schmexy. I hope so. What can I buy? I really just want to make something nice to share and I don't know, put something out there that I'm proud of. Ooh, I just unlocked like the naked Mario costume. Oh yeah. Yeah, make the intro. Do it. Mess that up. I'm gonna be just quiet for a little bit while this goes. The tutorial's gonna be much better because I'm gonna skip all this. Like, how do you glide with this guy though? That's close. Oh wow, it got to like 600 really quick. Okay. That thing doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to put something out there. Luckily, right now with this boring stuff, it's just you and me, Esteban. I don't have to worry about entertaining a bunch of people. Boom. Okay. Oh, now we're in the 800s. Oh boy. Maybe it'll get faster as time goes on. That'd be sweet. time and time and your. Oh, maybe I can't sing because I'll get demonetized. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I could probably glide to get this one too. Mm-hmm. Got him. Could I also get over there? Probably. Okay, we're almost at 1,000, and it's almost midnight, so that's good. Oh yeah, we're really running with this one, huh? We're almost at 1,000. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And we're at 1,000. Sweet. Okay. Can I open it? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna be butthurt on that one. Oh, there's someone with an exclamation. Oh, this guy is fast. Okay. Can you run on this stuff? Oh, you can. Okay, cool. Oh, he fell off. Damn. Yeah, I think we're a third of the way there, so that's good. That's good news. Hopefully we don't have to do this often. Ooh, yeah. And the numbers are going pretty far. So once this is done, once it all is successful, all we gotta do is use the Unreal Engine selector and then run the editor, and we should be okay. Good question. I'm just glad it's getting faster over time. I think this will be done in like 10 minutes. Oh. I fell. Oh no. lot of stuff now. Okay, I'm done with this level. I've been in this desert level far too long. I got plenty of moons to go to the next place. But I do want to collect everything. I don't know if I want to use like a cheat guide or anything though. Oh, we're in the 2000s. Okay, yeah, it's definitely gonna be done in a couple minutes. Thank God. $50 for a hint. No. Oh yeah. Less than 1,000 left to go. Do I have a capture card? I don't think so. I don't know. What's a capture card? Like, am I messing something up? What is a capture card? Guess I can go on Reddit and find out. Basically, a capture card acts as a receiver for input data. If you have two PCs, one to stream from, one to play games on, signal goes from your GPU and blah, blah, blah. Okay. No, I don't. That'd be kind of cool. I'll look into it. Next paycheck. Well, next paycheck too. I only have one monitor, so I want to get a second monitor, just so I can have Unreal Engine open and Visual Studio open. You know, that whole shebang-a-bang. Oh wow, we did a lot there. Yeah, hopefully next stream, well, the next a bunch of streams are going to be pretty slow just because I have no idea what I'm doing, especially with Unreal Game Sync and stuff like that, so we'll see how I do. But we're close at this point. We only got like 600 things left. So we're in business. Okay. Elgato. Okay, I'll have to see what's available here in Europe. I don't know. They're probably available. Where are we at now? Ooh. Yeah, I need to get a bigger desk, I think, because I'm using technically I'm using my kitchen table, and I don't really have a table to eat my food at. But you gotta pick your battles. Okay, now these like last bits of ones are taking forever. Ooh, that was sick. Whoa. We're at 2007. Nope, not yet. I'm on an underwater part. Gotta be careful of the spikes. Oh, I hit a spike. Mm. Well, are we almost done now? No. Yeah, struggle's real. Oh, there's the ship. Okay. Oh, my knuckles. Oh. How do I get up there? Okay. We had the 800 yet? No. Yay, I got another one. Booyah. Now we're at 2,800. Sweet. Oh, wow. I think. Oh, we're almost there. How do I get damage from that? Oh, no. How much do we have left? Like 400? I have to dress like a swimmer? What? But the dress is not in there. Um, 2866. Ugh. This needs to hurry up. So 33, 133. Yeah. It is really close, I know. I'm sure it's gonna fail or something. 2887. Is there another floor I can go up? Well, okay. Are we at 3,000 yet? No. Oh, we're so close. Get away, get away. Oh. Ooh. Why is it so fucking far away? No. That's fine. I don't know whose project work anyway. I don't know. Well, yeah, just keep me muted. Nothing's really happening. We're just building the engine right now. So I don't feel too bad. We're almost done though. That's what I'm happy about. Oh wait, no, we're not done. 2953, 2954. Oh, we're so close. Oh god. Once we get to 3,000, I'll be a happy camper. Yeah, it's been ups, it's had its ups, it's had its downs, you know. It's been pretty crazy. Oh, 1230. How did I get all the way over here? Ugh, we're not even at 3,000. I'm gonna die. Can I do anything over here? I want to get to 3,000. It's gonna be a while. Well, almost at 3,000. Why would it be sent over there? Are we at 3,000? Oh yeah. We broke 3,000, boys. Okay, like 200 more. And then we're hopefully done. Where we at? Where we at? Ugh. Yeah, call me Mr. 3,000. Call me Mr. Worldwide. Excuse me. Oh, so close. No. Got him. Hmm. Where we at? Where we at? Ugh, 350. I'm gonna need about 350. Let's see, where are we at? Oh. We got less than 200 now. That's good. I'm excited. We're almost there. Oh. We're almost there. Nice. Oh. So close. I don't want to have to do this like every single time. I'm gonna be very upset. But I know this is probably like a one-time thing, but still. Did we break 3,100? Yes, we did. Ooh, by a lot. Okay. Where are we at? Nope. Nowhere close. No, nowhere near where we want to be. Oh, it's taking so long. Oh yeah, it's getting there. Ooh, So close. Mm-hmm. Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Nope. Less than 100 though. I'm happy about that. And it's almost 1 o'clock. I got so cocky when I thought I was gonna be 10 more minutes. No more switch. Charge it. Bop it. I gotta get ready for bed, but we're so close. How much is that? 22 plus 61, that's 83. 83 modules more to go. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. So close. Maybe this is why people don't usually build the engine like this, because it takes so long. But yeah, we're almost done. And then get dependencies. Yeah, this is the step we're on. This is taking so long. I'm getting so sleepy. Yeah, it is the truth about game development. It's a lot of nonsense. Why was it going so fast like 10 minutes ago? I guess this is a big modules, I guess. Ooh. Oh, now we're running. Now we're running. But probably I'm jinxing myself. But yeah, we're close. Oh, 50 more. Oh, give me 40 more. As soon as this is done, I'm gonna pass out. I gotta wake up at 7 o'clock. Okay. Ooh, so close. So close. It's so close. It's so close. What is it? 27 more to go? Oh, 3 errors cannot open, include file, no such file directory. Oh no. Ah. Don't do this to me. Hold on. No, wait. No, 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 no. What's happening? Respond Visual Studio, for the love of God. I feel like I have everything. Okay, Visual Studio, like, I'm straight up not having a good time right now. Stop what you're doing. I don't want to build. No. No. Ah! Why? Visual Studio, you're killing me. Why are you doing this? This is terrible. Hold on. It's fine. Like, just stop build. Why is this fucking computer? Yeah, cancel. Cancel, please. Thank you. Okay. Let's just see if this works. Let's go to the Unreal selector. Yes. Registration successful. Okay. Now we gotta find the Unreal Editor .exe. Where is that? Tell me I have it. I hope I have it. .exe. Let's see. Hmm. Oh. No. Ah. Fudge. We don't have the Unreal Editor.exe in here. Is that where it's supposed to be? Yeah. It should be towards the top. Let's just see. Shader compiler worker. Hmm. Nope. Oh! We failed. Damn it. Okay. I give up. We'll do another stream tomorrow. And we'll see if we get it working. So, thanks for watching, Estevan. Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I love you too. See ya.